4 years ago, I tried to bulk up. I ate more, I went to the gym, but I stayed skinny. I didn't feel stronger and I didn't look better either. I followed all the advice, but nothing worked. Then I realized I was bulking in the wrong way. So I fixed a few things and now I'm jacked as fuck and I've gained over 50 pounds of muscles. So if you don't want to waste months like I did, here's what actually works. The first step made building muscles so much easier. So it was in summer 2024, I was sitting in the sauna, talking to a guy in there. So we started talking about diet and I asked like, do you also eat a lot of eggs? Because I assumed that he was eating like a lot of protein, meat, eggs. So he had some muscles. But he said, no, I used to eat whatever, like McDonald's, pizza, I used to like junk food, I eat whatever. And he said to me, you should do that too, you'll get bigger. But in my mind, I think, no, that's wrong, I'm not gonna do it. But I don't say that to him. I used to say like, okay. But then like 3 months later, I see him in the locker room, shirtless. But he hasn't changed a lot, he still have the same amount of muscles and I just like gained a bit of fat. So I think, yeah, that's because of his diet. Because he's eating a lot of junk food. He had just gained some fat, not that much muscles. But me, I had continued to gain muscles and he complimented me, said, yo, you have gotten much bigger now. I realized how many people that are lost about the diet and like bulking, thinking junk food is good. And me, I was just like that. I used to eat a lot of junk food. I used to eat a lot of pizza, McDonald's. But that was the biggest mistake I've ever done to bulk up. I was just tired, so I skipped a lot of workouts. And if I went to gym, I didn't push that hard. And if I really pushed hard, I couldn't recover. It was really hard for me to build muscles. But in 2023, I decided to stop. I slowly had less and less junk food. And when I stopped, it was crazy because I started going to the gym much more. I went to the gym like 5-6 times per week. I started doing it and I started pushing hard in the gym and I started looking so much muscular because all this like unnecessary fat. I was still skinny, but I had some unnecessary fat, so I didn't have really a 6-pack or couldn't see my muscles that good, but all that fat went away and I got bigger muscles because junk food has a lot of sugar and sugar decreases testosterone. That is what when I learned that's when I said, yeah, I need to stop sugar because testosterone is the thing that makes us men more manly, push hard in the gym, feel stronger, build more muscles. We want to increase it, not decrease it, and sugar decreases it. And that's what everyone don't know about junk food. They think, yeah, it's just calories, but it's not about calories because a donut, yeah, it gives you some calories, but it will decrease your testosterone, which will make you build less muscles. That is what everyone is missing. They used to think, oh, calories in, calories out, calories are calories. But no, if you're eating a donut, you get in sugar too. And that sugar destroys your gains. So the first step for bulking is eat no junk food, no sugar, no high sugar foods, no fast food, no cereals, nothing of that. I'm strict as fuck on my diet, what I eat. And that's making me feel so much stronger. Go to the gym, push much harder. Literally this one thing is hard for the first 2 months of quitting, but after that it gets easy because it's an addiction. And I have seen a lot of friends doing a dirty bulk and just eating whatever they want, just like I did before. But then when I started doing a clean bulk, no sugar, literally I passed them all. I got much bigger than them. Now it's not even like a competition. Let's say they bench around like 80 kilograms. I bench 120 kilograms. Over 10 kilograms, like 20 pounds more muscles than them. And one big thing has been my diet, no junk food or sugar. And by the way, if you're more on the skinny side, you want to get jacked and you're an entrepreneur, you have your own business, then you can get a free diet plan to help you bulk up. You join my free community, top link in the description, and you will find it inside. But if you're not an entrepreneur, then no worries, you will still get help from this video. The second step can be a bit controversial, but it's a really important thing for building muscles. In summer 2024, I was sitting down and ready to eat. But this day I was really happy because I had this food I had been waiting for to eat. It's a very good piece of meat and I think, yeah, it's gonna taste so good. I'm gonna feel strong. I've heard all these things that it increased testosterone. It's very good for our health and build muscles. But when I eat it, it tastes even better. But the most unexpected thing was after I had eaten it, 2 slices of it. It was ribeye steak, 400 grams. I was sitting there and thinking, should I go to the gym? I have already been out running that actually. I've done my training for the day, but I think, should I go to the gym? I have all this energy. And in that moment I realized this is the first time I have eaten a food and I feel like going to the gym. I need to go to the gym. I don't end up going to the gym because I think, no, I have all the training. I have some important things to do before I go to bed. But I realized I felt like going to the gym. And since then I have used to try to eat more and more meat. And eggs has the same effect. I always feel stronger and more energetic when I eat eggs. My client Jake also said it when he started having like over 3 eggs per day. But the thing I recommend is have at least have like 3-4 eggs per day. That's the second step. Have more eggs and meat. Great for testosterone, protein. I build more muscles after my workouts and I push harder in the gym. So everything with building muscles becomes easier when I have more meat and eggs. And I have had at least 4 eggs to my breakfast every single day for the last 1.5 years, because this is an easy way to get in my eggs. Have at least 4 eggs per day. Then I try to have over 200 grams of meat to lunch and dinner. It can be steak, grounded beef, chicken. Those are good meat. And don't listen to people say, no, meat is unhealthy, you'll get a heart attack. They are fucking stupid. Look at them and think, are they more healthy than me? Are they stronger than me? Do they have a better physique than me? 9 out of 10 times, no. It's gonna be a big no. That's just a rule, like, never take advice from someone that is worse than you at the things. So if someone has less muscles than you, don't take their advice, because we don't know if their advice is good. But almost every big guy that is not a fucking nerd say, I eat a lot of meat and eggs. That is what builds muscles, the protein. And protein from like soy and vegetarian shit, it's not the same, because it doesn't have all the amino acids that our body need to build muscles. That's the thing people miss. Yeah, it can be the same grams of protein, but our body can't use it. But our body can't use all of it because it doesn't have the amino acids. Step 2, eat more meat and eggs. Thank me later. The first step is fix your breakfast. So I used to have a really weak breakfast, like cereal and milk or sandwich with a cheese slice, or you skip breakfast. But I realized that's a problem, because me as a skinny guy that want to get bigger, I don't get in a lot of food. I don't get in all the protein, all the calories I need if I just skip the breakfast. That's like around like 1/3 of all my food. If I only eat like lunch and dinner, I don't get in that much food. But so in 2023, having at least 4 eggs to my breakfast, and then 3 portions of oatmeal porridge, and then 1 tablespoon of peanut butter on that oatmeal porridge. I started having it every day, and very quickly I started building much more muscle. I got much bigger because I got in so much more protein. 4 eggs, it's 24 grams of protein. The peanut butter is great for getting calories, healthy fats, and oatmeal porridge is not a crucial thing. Now I used to have 5 eggs and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter eating like this. The oatmeal porridge, the most important thing is you have at least 4 eggs and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. I used to scramble my eggs in a pan with some butter. Takes like 10 minutes and make me feel strong, get a testosterone boost also, and it's a meal I can rely on. So having a big breakfast with a lot of protein from eggs, can even be meat if you can, is the third step. And if you can't have 4 eggs directly because you have low appetite, the thing I did was I started with just 2 eggs, and I went up to 3 eggs after a couple of weeks, then 4, slowly working my way up. Then also drinking a lot of water helps with appetite. It expands your stomach, so you will be able to get more food in. So having like a water bottle at your desk throughout the day, just sipping on it, will help you be able to eat more. The fourth step is eating healthy fats. I watched this video about bulking during the summer, and from a self-improvement YouTuber. His name is Hamza Ahmed. Yeah, he's very muscular. He was giving some bulking advice, and he said have a peanut butter jar in your room or pretty near you, so you can take just 1 tablespoon and eat it throughout the day. So I realized, yeah, that's very smart, and that's very easy calories, and it's healthy calories. It's not fucking donut. It's a peanut butter, and it's important you have no added sugar. But when I started having those healthy fats, they don't make me feel like sluggish or like tired. They make me feel strong. When I have peanut butter, nuts like almonds, butter. I have butter when I cook my eggs, and I can have it when I eat, let's say, rice and chicken. I can have some butter, or if I have some potatoes and fish, I can have butter. Tastes good and give me calories and healthy fats. That also, especially butter, it boosts testosterone. So butter is really overpowered. But that's the first step. Have healthy fats, especially if you want more calories. Peanut butter is a hack. You can have 1 jar, eat like 2-3 tablespoons. You can use throughout the day. You take 1 tablespoon and eat it. Take 30 seconds. It's over 100 calories. But then also avocado is healthy fats, but I don't really eat it because when I have avocado, it gets like brown really quick. It's very hard to have them like fresh. They get bad really quick. You need to have the right time. I used to have butter, nuts, peanut butter. The last thing is having your training on point. It was in March 2025, a month ago. I was sitting in the sauna talking with a guy in there, and he didn't look that muscular, but we talked, and he said he used to be like really big with 6-pack. So I think, what? It looks like he has only been working out for like a couple of months. But he said, yeah, I've been working out for 8 years, and back in the days I used to be really big and have a 6-pack. So I think, oh, what happened? And he talked about he had an injury, and then he has been really inconsistent after that. So I was shocked. But then he said, yeah, consistency is everything. I agreed. I said, yeah, consistency is everything. And I started thinking more of the consistency, that he was really big and with a 6-pack because of his consistency. And now he looks that he doesn't even like work out that much. He's like out of shape because he hasn't been consistent. In that moment I realized consistency is everything. And it has been the same thing for me. When I started going to the gym at least 4 times per week and being consistent, that's when I started building much more muscles, making much more progress. That's the last step. Be consistent with at least 4 workouts per week. And I think that has helped me was following a workout plan. So having in my notes Monday to Sunday and which days I'm gonna work out with what workout I'm gonna do. And because that holds me accountable, that makes me not miss a workout. Monday I'm gonna do this workout with these exercises. Here's a workout plan. If you don't already have one, you can just copy. Another thing with training is, in the gym I go to failure a lot. Like I push hard, I go as hard as I can until I can't. My last rep looks like this, and that forces my body to get stronger, build more muscles. The last step is train at least 4 times per week. You can follow the workout plan I shared and go to failure so much you can. Start with one of your 3 sets at the exercise, but then work your way up to going to failure at every single set. But do that over time. It can be 6 months from now, because your body need to adapt to working harder and going to failure and being ready to do that. So you don't injure yourself or get too sore, so you need to skip the gym for 3 days after. But this is the smartest bulking strategy to get jacked in 2025. If you thought this was helpful and you're an entrepreneur, more on the skinny side, you want to get jacked, get bigger, you can get a free one-on-one coaching call with me in my free community, top link description. So if you're an entrepreneur, join it. I will see you soon. But if you're not an entrepreneur, then you can watch this video here. The fastest way to go from skinny to jacked. You can walk on the beach with confidence, look good, and have all the girls like, oh my god. Watch this video here and get jacked, buddy. Bah!